Hi all, good evening. Today we have executed 4A and 4B program, but I see most of you are facing issue when it comes to indentation part. This is how the indentation should look like. See, indentation is nothing but instead of braces, flower braces, we are separating the module or we are separating the line of code based on indentation. It is not something like rocket science. Instead of flower braces, we are using indentation in Python. Indentation is nothing but particular sequence of spaces. That's all. You need to know where the module or the line of code is ending for this particular definition. For example, see here in this program, the Roman str is a variable. We are taking input from user using input function. So what it does, see, we are not sure whether user is providing his input in lowercase or uppercase. Okay. To generalize what we are doing after taking the input from user, we are checking whether user has entered in lowercase or in uppercase. If it is in lowercase, that is the reason here we mentioned if Roman str dot is lower, it returns boolean value. If it has entered in lowercase letter, then it will be converted to uppercase letter. See here, Roman str is equal to Roman str dot upper. See the indentation after if. You need not to think how many spaces I should leave. See, this is if part, right? What you need to do is just follow the syntax. If space, what you want to compare or what you are checking, what is the condition, colon, just put enter. It will automatically take the indentation. You are seeing, right? Where the indentation is. This is if block. If block, we are converting the if user has entered in lowercase, we are converting it to uppercase, then we are calling the function Roman SCR. Sorry, here we are just printing what is the Roman letter entered. Anyway, this is not written. We can just make it as a comment, but we need to put this print here. Don't worry. In the one program which I shared to you, the program already has this function call ready. Okay, what we are doing, we are first converting it to uppercase. This we are doing in if part. See, if indentation, the if part ends here. If part ends here. As you all know, if this condition is not satisfying, then what we are doing, we are going to else. If and else, you remember one thing, this if and else always should be in same line. This we cannot put it somewhere else. This just you need to remember. This already you know. Even in C, we are separating using flower braces. Since we are not following that flower braces concept, we are following indentation in Python. You need to know where this if condition is closing and where this else should come. In generally, what you can remember is wherever if has started in the same line, the else should come. Okay. If user has directly entered Roman number in uppercase letter, directly it will come to else part, and then we are calling the function Roman to decimal of whatever the input we got from user. Okay. Next. Next, this definition. This part is done. Okay, this part is done, and you see where these line of code are present. No indentation, nothing. Directly we are taking the input from user, right? So we are, it is starting from here. See the definition where it has started. It has also started from same column, right? Or see, it has started from the beginning. Even def we are starting from the beginning. This is the function definition. Def Roman to decimal of whatever we got input from user, we are passing as argument to this function. When it comes here, rom str is parameter. Okay, and this dictionary concept, I have already uploaded other video explaining what this dictionary is, how we can access the dictionary. If we want to retrieve value from dictionary, how we can do those things were already discussed in other video, and it was already updated yesterday, sorry, uploaded yesterday to your team's channel. You can just go through it. I'll just tell one general thing. In dictionary, if we want to get value, what we are doing, we are directly accessing with this key. This is called as key, this is called as value. Dictionary is a key value pair. If we want to get value 1 using dictionary concept, we can just access it using Roman underscore dictionary, that is name of dictionary of key. What is the key? This is the key of I. If I give this, the result will be 1. In detail, you can just check my another video which is already uploaded on dictionary. Okay. So in this, once we get the input, we are what we are checking here using if condition. If rom str in Roman dictionary. See, these are the general, or these are the standard values. If you want to see the basics of Roman numbers, you can just go through it. Even this document is uploaded yesterday. Basics of Roman number. I is represented as 1 in number, V for 5, X for 10, L for 50, C for 100, D for 500, M for 1000. And I have just explained one of the example in this document. For example, 2 can be written using 1 plus 1, right? That is I in Roman numeral. Just two ones added together. 1 2 is written as X, that is 10. 2 is I, right? X I. That's what. This is another example. Okay. So one more thing which you need to remember is the number 4 is written as IV, and number 9 is written as IX. If the I is coming before standard available symbols, that is V or X or L, it will be decremented by 1. Okay, if it is I, then it will be decremented by 1. Okay, even for X, previous to that it is 1 I, that is 9. This the basics of Roman to numeral, you can just go through it once. Okay, now coming back to this program, if the value is directly available, what we are checking, if this string whatever user has provided already present in this Roman dictionary. These are the standard symbols, right? I1, V5, X10, L50, C100, D500, M1000. If it is already directly available, for example, if I just enter V In such cases, it will come here and check if rom string in Roman dictionary. If it is there, directly we get the result. So that's what we are returning. Return of Roman underscore dictionary of string whatever entered. That is the key. As I mentioned, in dictionary, we are accessing or we are retrieving the value through key. So what we are doing, we are just returning Roman underscore dictionary of whatever value directly entered. In example, I mentioned it is V, that is 5, right? Roman underscore dictionary of Rom star, that is 5, which is equal to 5. Value is 5. So we get return value as 5. So 5 is returned to this print statement and value 5 is displayed as output. This is the if part. If, see here, I was explaining here, right? If this only these two lines of code belong to if part. I'm reiterating again, only these two lines belong to if part, and this is the end of if statement. How we are doing that is through indentation. Since this definition is started here and it has ended here, when you enter, this is what the indentation it is taking automatically. This indentation is for function definition which we have defined here. Okay, once we enter the function, once we enter this function, after entering the function, we want to include if statement. So this function definition starting column, if you want to consider it as column, you can consider this is where it started. This is the first line of function definition. These many spaces are indentation which has taken automatically. From here you have started writing the line of code for this function definition. Since this if is part of this function definition, for this if, this is the starting point. This indentation, it's already there for this first line of code. From here you are starting if, and this is the end of if block. See the else should be there in the same line where if is there. This is end of if, then we are going to else. See here, just click enter, it will take the indentation. Now what we are checking here, if user has entered other than the direct values which are already there in this dictionary, for example xii or vii, how it does, that is what computed in else part. Okay, that is what computed in else part, and else, just click on enter. This is where the else statements begin. And one more thing, since this if it is done, if the direct value is not there, then we are going to else. This complete line of code till it is till the return value, it is in else block. This complete part, it is in else block. Okay, complete part, it is in else block. And for else block, this is the first line of code. For this else block, this is the first line of code. Here what we are doing, we have created one variable called roman back is equal to, we are converting whatever input we got it from user to list using typecasting method, which was discussed already in previous lab sessions. So how we are doing typecasting, we are converting this to list using list of whatever input we got from user. That is one part. And this we have discussed multiple times. If we are using this slicing method, colon colon of -1, what it does is it displays in reverse order, or it makes it in reverse order. So if we have entered VII, list of room str becomes within square braces VII. Then we are computing value of Roman back is IIV. Okay. Now value is, this is the initial value which we are setting to 0. Then we are calculating what will be the right val. This is also a variable. Right val is equal to Roman underscore dictionary of Roman back of 0. This Roman back of 0, what it has? This Roman back has list of values in reverse order. What is the first value? That is I. I, I, V, right? As you all know, list index starts from 0. At 0th index, I is there. At first index, I is there. At second index, V is there. So when we are computing this, you leave about this Roman dictionary for now, for just for a second. You just value of Roman back of 0 is holding I. I is passed as input to this Roman underscore dictionary. Roman underscore dictionary of I. What is the value it has? It has the value 1. How this dictionary concept works, I again request you to check the other video on dictionary. Okay. Now we will go to this and we'll iterate. See, this is what I was saying. It is converting if user has entered in lowercase letter. First step is it converts it into uppercase and it computes, right? That part is done. Second is it is converting using typecasting method. It is converting whatever the input we got into list. So how it does, this VII is the one which I entered, reverse using this method. So final value which is stored in list is IIV. Now Roman back, that is the variable which we have defined here. Roman back is having IIV. This is the initial value. Value is equal to 0. Now what we are computing? Right val is equal to Roman underscore dictionary of Roman back of 0. That is I. What is the value? It is for I. It is 1, right? So value 1. 1 is stored in right val. Okay. This is outside of for loop. This we are computing outside of for loop. Okay. Now right val is holding value 1. Now see the indentation. Else part, the starting line of else block started from here. In the same line, because this far is part of this else block, right? In the same line, I am starting with for numeral in Roman back. See, I just click enter, it will take the indentation automatically. See, for this for block, this is the indentation. Anyway, till here, this was for else. For this, from here to here, this indentation is for only for loop. It started here and it ends here. Okay, it started here, sorry, It started here, for loop. It started here. This is the first line of code and it ends here. This is the last line of for loop. See, this is the last line of for loop. And this is where for loop has started. So left val is equal to Roman underscore dictionary of numeral. What is this numeral is holding? This Roman back is holding v. I is at 0th location, another I is at first location, v is at second location. So now what we are doing for numeral, this is variable for loop. In Roman back, this is a list. Okay. So initially it is having 0 index, that is I. So what we are doing, we are assigning this left value is equal to Roman underscore dictionary of numeral. Numeral is for first iteration, it is I. So left value is holding 1 because in the dictionary I is corresponding to value 1. So left value becomes 1. Since 1 is less than 1, where we are now, this left value has become 1. If left value, that is 1, and right value, what is the right value? Right value is also 1, right? Which we have computed here. 1 less than 1, no, right? Since it is false, else part is executed. See, if, see this indentation now, because I want you people to understand this indentation clearly. Without indentation, it is very difficult to run and get output in Python. Anyway, Python is very easy programming language, but you need to take care of indentation. Okay, this if and else is part of this main for loop. Okay, this for loop has started from here. See the line where if is there, if is just below this. Starting point for this if loop is same as the starting point of the column where this for loop has started. The if is just below that line. Left val less than right val, see colon indentation. This if is having one block of code, right? This if block ends here. This is the end of if block. See else block. This else block has started in the same line. See this and this same line. This if and else is part of this for loop. For loop started here, if started here, else started here, and this is end of else loop. This is end of else loop, and this is end of, or this is last line of for loop. Okay, now coming back to this, since 1 is less than 1 is false, else part is executed. So initial value is 0. We are incrementing value by value plus is equal to left val. That is value is equal to value plus left val. Left val we just computed to number 1. Value is 0. 0 plus 1 is, value is 1. Then we are assigning this right value. Right value is equal to left value. What is value of left? Left val. What is the value of left val? What is the value of left val? So left val is 1. We are assigning right val is equal to left val. That is right val becomes 1. That is iteration 1 is done. Sorry, iteration 0 is done. Now in iteration 1, again go back to code. Iteration 1, left val is equal to Roman underscore dictionary of numeral. See, this list at 0th index I is there, first index I is there, second index V is there. When we run with this list, in first iteration, 0th value is taken, second iteration, first index value, in second iteration second index value, 0 1 2. In iteration 1 we are considering this value because this is in the second position, that is in first index value, and Roman of dictionary of numeral, that is I, again the value is 1, and we are comparing 1 less than 1, which is false. Again else part is executed. So in the else part, value is equal to value plus, here we have computed value to be 1, right? Now value is equal to value plus left val is 1 and previous value of value is 1. So now the value, total value becomes 2. Again last line of code, that is right val is equal to left val is 1, so we are assigning right value with, again with 1. This is end of second iteration, I mean zeroth iteration, first iteration, and this is in, now we are in second iteration. For second iteration, the value which it is there in list is v. So what we done is, left val is equal to Roman underscore dictionary of numeral, that is v, which is value 5, right? Which is value 5. So value becomes, left value becomes 5. We are checking if 5 less than, if 5 less than 1, false. So else part is executed. Again value plus is incrementing. We already have value as 2. Now the value is 2 plus 5, that is 7. And this is the end of for loop because we had only 3 elements in the list. After this for loop, it come out of the for loop. This is where the for loop ends. It come out of the for loop. What is the value it is holding? It is holding 7. And what was the input? Input was VII. So this is where the value is returned. See, this return, it is within this else. Okay, this return, it is within if. Okay, these are the things you need to take care when you run Python program. Now let's run all the cases. Run, save. Okay, now enter the Roman number. First I enter as direct V, that is lowercase. See, value is 5, which is converted to uppercase. Then it is sending to this. Directly it is checking. The value is directly available. Here the return value is returned as 5. Now let's check with uppercase V. See, again it is tested here. Done. Next output VI. See, 6. It is in lowercase, it is converting it to uppercase, it is sending here. Since this is not available in this, so we are going to else part and we are computing however I explained just now. Next, let's go to this and enter it in capital. See, capital, we are getting the correct answer. Now let's go to run module and give the most important and most common output, sorry, most common input which I had asked users, sorry, students to enter. This is mxx. See, m is 1000, x is 10 plus 10 is 1020. Now let's check it for lowercase as well. mxx. See, mxx, this is in lowercase, value remains same. Okay, thank you. This is Roman to decimal. This is how it works.